KW's Sheridan Howard reports this is all through a partnership between Penn Museum and the nonprofit Forum Philly, an acknowledgement of the importance of this new federal holiday.
This community collaboration highlights Forum Philly's 2023 Juneteenth Schools initiative that offers learning opportunities developed by select elementary school students in and around Philadelphia and Delaware County.
Juneteenth is very significant in that we're only celebrating its third year as a federal holiday, and it formalized the end of American slavery.
This student-inspired but faculty-supervised program is led by students and comes from the minds of students in public, charter, private, and religious schools across the region.
So we wanted to be sure that our students had opportunity to learn the historical facts about Juneteenth in terms of all of its ideals around freedom and independence and liberty.
The program runs throughout June, and on June 19th, Penn Museum is hosting an honors reception, complete with poetry, dance performances, drill teams,
we're about
9
miles from Mid-County and 9 miles from meeting up with the East-West Turnpike.
President Biden and Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy have been released. The administration now waits on approval from lawmakers. The latest from correspondent Jay O'Brien.
Both President Biden and Speaker McCarthy making the hard sell to lawmakers in their parties to back this deal. A top House GOP source telling me, though, that moderate Democrats are expecting to play a crucial role in passing this legislation, especially after several Republicans have already come out against it.
The White House estimates that the plan would reduce government spending by at least $1 trillion, but official calculations have not yet been released. McCarthy says the House will vote on the bill Wednesday, which will allow the Senate to consider it before the default deadline of June 5th. President Biden paid his respects today at Arlington National Cemetery to the nation's fallen heroes. Here's CBS News correspondent Tammy McCormick.
President Biden placed a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier and crossed himself afterwards. He was joined by Vice President Kamala Harris and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, and then saluted as taps was played. It's been more than 21 months since President Biden ended America's longest war in Afghanistan.
The Bidens will be heading to Newcastle, Delaware this evening. Heavy equipment and expert search and rescue teams have been called in to assist with the collapse of a 6-story apartment building in Davenport, Iowa. So far, no deaths reported. Correspondent Derek Dennis reports.
Overnight, an 8th survivor pulled from the rubble of the collapsed red brick apartment building, the center of it pancaked floor by floor Sunday afternoon, trapping victims inside.
All these people are running, they're screaming, people are telling us to get out, and you look over and it's all gone.
Linnea Hooper lives there, says there are ongoing maintenance issues, including water damage even before the collapse.
This is not taking care of things. This is not caring about their residents. This is not caring.
City officials say there were permits on file for building repairs after numerous residential complaints.
Authorities say they discovered a gas leak when they arrived, but it is not clear if that's a result of the collapse or the cause. We will have the latest on traffic coming back from the Jersey Shore when we check the roadways next. It's 2:50.
How do you play blind hockey?
This is an opportunity that they never thought they could have.
What does a dog do at work?
Well, we kind of do come to an office every day.
These are the kinds of questions we ask on the John Cast. Hear the answers for free on the Odyssey app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Any size iced coffee is only $1.29 at 7-Eleven with 7 rewards. But it's not just iced coffee, it's sacred. Some say you can't put a price on it, but 7-Eleven did. It's $1.29 any size iced coffee. Offer good through 6/27/23 plus tax. See app for details.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing, together millions of things for our planet. When planning your summer vacation, pick a destination close to where you live to limit your use of fuel. When we each share our one thing, it becomes a million things for our planet. What's your one thing?
Insurance at AAA presents One of a Kinds. At AAA, we look at things a little differently. The Sharpie art on the seats from your toddler's Picasso phase? That's customization. And the baseball-sized hole in the window your little slugger doesn't know anything about? AAA calls that character, which is why we offer coverage for a life that's uniquely yours. Insurance AAA, we take policies personally. Visit AAA.com/insurance to protect all your one-of-a-kinds.
Thanks. Everybody's got one. Some are easy to say, some not so much. But if you've been injured on the job, there's only one name you need to remember. Krasno in Ojinwando. That's not right. It's Krasno in Uwachino.
That's Krasno, and I'm with you, Joe.
I'm never going to get this right. 85 years of experience, over 300,000 cases won, more 5-star reviews than any other workers' compensation law firm in PA, and a former workers' comp judge on staff. Krasno, and Onwadijo. Hard to pronounce, easy to trust. Visit KrasnoLaw.com.
It's 2:52, time for traffic and weather on the 2, sponsored by Philadelphia Department of Behavioral Health and Intellectual Disability Service. And here's Stevie Reese in the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center.
Well, before we hit the Garden State Parkway, guys, got to talk about this accident. It's on the Upper Wilson Boulevard. Left lane is blocked westbound. Oh, 2 left lanes now. This is right there at Baird Boulevard. So if you like to get out of the airport circle and head that way, just be ready for that backup. Garden State Parkway northbound, you've got spots of slow traffic. Half an hour, 45 minutes, anywhere between the Stone Harbor exit number 10 all the way up to the Atlantic City Expressway. You're going real well, and then just slow right back down again. It's pretty typical. Not seeing any big problems on the Atlantic City Expressway. If you do take the back way, like from Goshen Road on 47 up through Dennisville, it is heavy, but we're not seeing any accidents, anything like that. Coming off the Delaware Memorial Bridge into New Jersey is a bit slow. The worst of the Route 1 northbound stuff that we see in Delaware, in the area just north of Milford up to Frederica, you've got jam traffic there. Also Route 1 northbound, you've got to go to the Roth Bridge. St. George's Bridge is closed. And things look all right on most of our major Philadelphia roads. Southbound on 95, around the Commodore Barry Bridge, seeing some volume there. Mass transit holiday schedule for some, so you want to check it out before you head out. If you or someone you know is experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides connection to free confidential support. There is hope. The Crisis Lifeline works. For 24/7 confidential support, just call 988. I'm Stevie Reese.
Thanks, Stevie. And now the NBC 10 First Alert forecast. Rest of the day, partly sunny. We should hit a high of 82 degrees. Then tonight, clearing sky with a low of 54. For your Tuesday, tomorrow, mostly sunny and breezy, a high of 76. It's 81 in Center City, 76 in Cherry Hill, 78 Hatboro, 81 at Walnut Locust Station on the Broad Street line, sponsored by SEPTA, the key to your commute.
Now, the Jill on Money question of the day, sponsored by Bucks County Estate Traders, the finest selection of high-end and vintage furniture.
Craig from Arizona asks, my wife and I have a lot of assets and a lot of cash. I also have a large annual pension. I'm 66 and my wife is 60. What else should we be doing? Should we be looking at precious metals? Well, Craig, it sounds like you're in really solid shape. And as a former commodities trader, I have to be honest, I get worried when people plunge into an asset class that they don't know much about. That said, there's nothing wrong with having no more than, say, 5% of your overall portfolio invested in commodities.
If you have a question, send it in at JillOnMoney.com.
Getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit is another reason banking with Capital One is one of the easiest decisions in the history of decisions. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One NA, member FDIC.